Exterior detail on this Lexus RC350F Sport. We're doing my lowest package I offer, which is a quick wash and wax. It includes wheel and tires, hand wash, and then a sealant at the end. This car really doesn't look that dirty in these videos, but I can get close in some shots and you'll be able to see it, but white's just so hard on camera to actually catch the dirt. But this car, when you drive it, if it just rained, like the aerodynamics of it just throw everything on the sides like it's a truck. Once I get this thing all cleaned up, the rollers you saw in the beginning of the video, I'll have some more towards the end, and also the end results, of course. A lot of people really don't even know about this model of Lexus, but from certain angles, it looks great. It has the hips on like the RCFs have, and I think it has some side skirts and even a front splitter. It looked perfect. So we're starting the wash by rinsing the car off. Usually I'll do some spot sprays of pre-rinse where there's a bunch of bugs, caked up dirt, but I don't really do the whole vehicle unless the vehicle is disgusting. Now again, since this car is white, you don't see much of a difference and it's not the most satisfying wash, but I'll get this thing all rinsed off and then we're going to go into the foam cannon wash. So an issue I ran into is when this thing is running and hot, there's a smell coming from it and we couldn't figure it out, but it's just tree pollen that got burnt onto the exhaust. So I'm going to use my undercarriage cleaner here. I'm going to try to spray some degreaser on that and see if it'll come off. This is my undercarriage attachment. I got it off Amazon if you're interested, and they're not very expensive. I think this was like $30 to $40. It might have been more, but I'm not sure. As you can see, this thing builds plenty of pressure for the price it is, and I'm going to pull it out in a second, just show you how high the water actually shoots. Now we're moving on to the wheels. I have P&S Brake Buster in my IK Foam Pro 2. I like this setup because it gives a super foamy coverage so I won't scratch up the wheels, and if they are super dirty, I just go in with an acid cleaner and then Since this isn't a super deep wheel detail, I keep the tools light. I do a wheelbarrow brush, a face brush, and then a tire brush. Now I'm going to go in and scrub the wheels. Usually I'll start off with the tires because rubber soaks in the chemical more than a hard metal does. But these wheels have a lot of intricate shapes and cuts in them, so I wanted to start with those. Here I use my smaller boar's hair brush to get into the tight spots where my, wheelbarrow brush doesn't fit. Now I'm going in with my tire brush. Most people use a stiffer bristle, but I'm using actually a leather brush because when you have low profile tires like this, you really want to avoid scratching the wheels. Now that the wheels are all clean, we can give them a rinse. Once I get all 4 wheels and tires done, I move on to my foam cannon wash. Previously, I was using Adam's Car Shampoo, which is pH neutral, but I've moved on to a Maguire's pH neutral soap, and so far I like it a lot. Here the foam cannon looks a little weird, but it's just because my spread is off. In the next clip you'll see I like it wide fanned like this, so I don't waste much soap. It covers a lot of the vehicle. Another thing that's harder to see on white vehicles is soap in videos, but here in a close-up you can see it sheeting that dirt off. Now I've got my wash bucket with a mitt and a brush, and I'm going to fill it up with my foam cannon. Now in this wash package, it's just a regular hand wash, and then I'll put on a sealant afterwards. Now although I keep calling this my lower level package, I do still get every inch of your vehicle. It's a very high quality wash compared to if you were to go to a car wash, and I still protect the vehicle as well. Now I'm wrapping up the hand wash, and after that I rinse the car. Now I was actually wrong, we're not quite to the rinse yet. There's a lot of tight spots on this car, like this plastic piece here, that the mitt really doesn't get in good enough. So this is where I use my smaller brush, things like the exhaust tips, certain reflector lights that you can't really reach. Things like that, you do want to use a brush like that to get in deeper, and I do for this wash. Now that we are actually into the rinsing, you gotta make sure you get all the soap off the vehicle. This stuff can dry onto your paint since this is pH neutral and it'll just rinse off like water, but you wanna get it all off before you put on that sealant. Sorry for the weird changes of lighting. Today was kind of a weird overcast day, so clouds kept coming over, but now we're finishing up the rinse down here, and then I'll be spraying on Geon Wet Coat, which is a hydrophobic ceramic sealant that you can spray on your car and rinse off. Now I'll be going in with the Geon, just spray on and rinse off. It's that simple, and that's why this wash costs less, because I get to save myself a lot of time. As you can see, just this first rinse and the car is already looking hydrophobic. Now I will be using a towel to dry this car, but to get the majority off, I will use a leaf blower. It's also great for getting into the tight spots that, like mirrors, door handles, wheels that hold water, and even after you dry them, they'll just keep producing water out of thin air. Now for my final step, I'm just drying off these tires so I can apply some tire shine. Recently I started using CarPro Pearl, which is a great tire shine in my opinion. You don't get the sling that you get from usual auto parts store tire shines, and it actually lasts pretty long. Now this isn't the finished result, but as you can see, tires are looking a lot more healthy. Now for some quick driveway results, here you go. As you can see, the paint's much cleaner. Just a quick hand wash, that's all it needed. Now to wrap up the video, it's mostly just going to be videos of the results. I might not talk much during it. I take it to a couple different spots, get some videos, also some rollers of the car, so if you want to watch that, you can stick around. For now, I'm just going to talk about this. I believe on my website is a $50 option, but for the value you get, it's great. This car came in pretty dirty, and as you can see, it's much cleaner. It has protection. The wheels and tires get cleaned. I even gave it nice undercarriage cleaning. As far as all my packages go, this is probably the best bang for your buck and what most people want to get that budget detail where you don't get budget results really. If you are interested in this, I work out of the Houston area, but I will travel around Texas if you have nice cars and multiple cars so I can make traveling worth the money. You can hit me up on my website, book there. Instagram works too. Thank you guys for watching this long into the video and enjoy the rest of the clips.